Well, hi there. I'm Colin Lamb. I hope you're doing very well wherever it is that you may happen to be. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. Cheers to you and cheers to me. It's Thanksgiving weekend up here in Canada, and I got to be honest with you, I'm not too sure what that holiday's really about anymore. It's different down the States, and they don't even bother with it elsewhere. Can't really remember any specific meaning aside from maybe a time of the year to be thankful and to think about what you're thankful for. So I'll go first. I'm thankful for my wife, my family. I'm thankful for the joy that they bring to my life, and I'm thankful to be a part of their lives. I'm thankful for this YouTube channel because I get to talk about music and a couple of people listen and interact. That's always fun. Please do that during the course of this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And as a bonus thank you this year, I'm thankful for King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard because 5 days ago, on the 3rd of October, they dropped a new video for the song Theia, the Silver Chord and Set, which is going to be a song off of their forthcoming album, The Silver Chord, which I believe is available for pre-order on the 12th of October. I want to get right into this video and the reaction, but before we do, I think there's important that I point out one thing. I read an excerpt from a Stereogum article with Stu Mackensie, and he had this to say about this forthcoming album. He said, "We're testing the boundaries of people's attention spans when it comes to listening to music, perhaps, but I'm heavily interested in destroying such concepts." I think it's pertinent that we note that as we go forward, because I have heard some things about this forthcoming album that may not be within my normal taste. And it's interesting that he said that because, Frank Zappa went 40 years and died and never admitted that he didn't care about people's attention spans. You had fucking xylophones and saxophones and all kinds of shit going on, and he never fessed up to it. Some of those tracks are just unlistenable. But anyways, I'm hoping this won't be that. I'm going in with an open mind and a thankful heart here on Canadian Thanksgiving. There is no football on my television, and I'm going to listen to some music. This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Theia / the Silver Chord / Set on the Tone 98 Point Thankful. I don't know why, but I feel like the Predator's hiding somewhere in those trees. And apparently he stole all the guitars. There's the Predator. I just saw him. Maybe this is like what the Predator was listening to when he killed all those guys in Vietnam. All of them except one. I will say their videos always look cool. You know, that last metal album they did was kind of tongue-in-cheek, and I don't have enough like exposure to this genre of music to figure out if they are taking the complete piss out of it. If you're gonna follow anybody into the woods on a psychedelic trip, these guys look like pretty friendly guys. That was cool. It's a cool little fucking... It's like that Zeppelin album looking, the color scape. Terrified and circumcised? Don't go cutting things off babies, by the way. Hooded Alliance. He's just up there hugging those bricks. The small mustache in Australia right now is paying the fucking rent, and the mullet. I took my son to the monster truck rally last night, and I heard two Australian guys over my shoulder. That's exactly what they looked like, and they were hugging brick walls as well, wearing overalls with no shirt. pick the mood up. Imagine seeing this in a club, right, at 2 a.m. Jesus Christ. I'm so glad I don't kid myself and try to be around young people dancing anymore. Holy fuck. What a horrifying reality that would be. Just look at it. I would probably just power drink out of nervousness. Even if I was at a show and they played this, I'd probably start nervously power drinking just to get through it. And that's on me. This is actually a pretty good track. You know what? I might be able to do that move for a good 8 minutes. Oh, he's got a JBL speaker. It's probably what they're listening to match themselves up with the music. I got all the time in the world for Ambi. And for the drummer in these videos. You know, he always brings a smile to my face. We're slowing. No, we're not. There's a predator I just saw again. Okay, I talked quite a bit during that. I freely admit that. And if that was indeed a test of my attention span to listen to music, maybe I failed. I don't know. I enjoyed watching the video. They always have cool videos. And that one was created by Jason Galia, who I believe did their last video as well. I could be wrong there, but I think I remember that name. And he might be the guy that does the artwork. I'm pretty sure somebody's told me this before, but it's been a while since I did my last Giz video. And yeah, I forgot. It's been a lot of beers between then and now. I apologize. I don't actually apologize for speaking through the video. I feel like it was dance music. And, you know, if you're in a club, you'd be talking to people, hopefully, or not just dancing awkwardly and power drinking your way through the anxiety you feel as the bright lights beam off of your sweaty, bald head. In any event, I had a couple thoughts about that. In terms of the music, I don't have a great swath of electronic music experience to draw from and say, oh, I heard this in that synthesizer, and I think that they were just twizzling that one knob and cutting out these frequencies and modulating these oscillating frequencies to give you that little punch in the fucking upper mids. I have no idea. That sounded convincing, though. I'd believe that if somebody said that to me, because I'm an idiot. But no, I heard in some of the vocals, certainly in the first one, I kind of heard like a Sean. If anybody listens to the Lennon Claypool Delirium, I heard some Sean Lennon-y sounding vocals. And if you haven't listened to that band and you're a fan of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, do yourself a favor and go check out the Lennon Claypool Delirium. But another thought that I had there is that you have these virtuoso instrumentalists in King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. One of the most impressive things to me about the Giz is how they have 3 guitars, and generally there will be 3 very unique and interesting things happening that are very appropriate and occupy their own space, and I love just kind of picking out one of those things to listen to and following it through a track. In the case of that particular track, maybe they're not masters of those instruments yet, and I don't know, sonically I wasn't that interested. Definitely when it picked up towards the end, it was a little more vibey. But to be honest with you, which I always am on the channel, I don't know if this is something that I'm going to listen to again. I will be checking out the album, and I will be giving that one a full review when it comes out. But also, as it was going along, I was kind of thinking about that party vibe, because there were 3 different kind of songs. And I used to go to this bar called the Waldorf, and it's where I first tried MDMA, I guess it was at the time. And there were different rooms in this bar. The upstairs bar was kind of like a standard kind of club thing. There's a tiki theme up there, dance music going on. There was a big room that was just a straight up dance kind of club. They're shooting off confetti and stuff. And then down in the basement, there were all these different rooms. You go down the staircase, there was this one 70s room that would be playing 70s classic rock. Off to the one side, there was like a drum and bass kind of room. And then over in one corner, there was a room where the music was really, like really, I'm not going to make synth noises, but it was really like that crystalline kind of, but dead kind of sounding stuff. And there was fog. And I remember that when I was under the influence of that particular drug, you'd walk through that club and your emotions would change as you'd go through those different rooms and different vibes. And this song kind of reminded me of that. And again, I don't have a lot of experience with dance music. In fact, you know, when people say I have eclectic tastes or I'm into everything, I think I can conclusively and honestly say that I'm not. You know, I'm into rock, experimental rock, hard rock, metal, and that's really about it. So I may not even be the best guy to be reviewing this video, but King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, to me, is like 2 things I would compare them to. One would be an RPG character, and all these different genres that they're covering and different musics are like skills on a skill tree that they're slowly building up. And if you ever played an RPG, I'm playing Starfield right now, some of those skills are absolutely boring. Like, I'm not a big fan of the persuasion skills and stuff like that. So there's definitely skills that I'm not interested in on any given skill tree. And I think, you know, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is this incredible RPG character that is completely dedicated to building out all the skills, however uninteresting they may be to other people or me. They're just doing whatever they want, and it's all going to amass into, in my opinion, they already kind of are, but into one of the greatest bands we've ever seen. Certainly from a live perspective, they are that. Now, would I want to see them on the tour for this next album if they're going to be banging out stuff like that? I don't know. I think I might wait. I know they're not just going to do that, but I might wait for it to come around, because in terms of that music, as I get older, I've said it a million times on the channel, if I don't like something, it's probably just not for me. It wasn't made for me. So I'm not going to say anything negative to deconstruct it, but I just don't have a use for the vibe that was in that music, if I'm being completely honest. And also I was thinking, on the note of thinking about those clubs I used to go to in the opening scene in the forest there, that was kind of like reminded me of something that maybe I really would have been into staring at 2 a.m. when I would smoked a bunch of weed or whatever. But I just don't anymore. It's just not for me. And, you know, if you're one of these microdosers that you keep hearing about, everybody's like, I just microdose, man. You're like, yeah, you also live in a camper van and you haven't worked for 4 governments. So who's to say if this is the next big thing or not? I don't know. But I enjoyed watching the video, I will say, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the album sounds like, and to see whether or not this is just kind of 3 tracks on the album into one kind of composition that they've put together in a compilation. Anyways, I've enjoyed that. If you've enjoyed this video, I thank you very much. Please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. I think I'm going to go cut shapes and wear sunglasses for the rest of the night and annoy my wife. Anyways, take very good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video, and bye-bye.